Today at lunch, we were just discussing coins in general in the coin market. That's kind of what we do here at CDN. And, we're always thinking about the direction of the hobby. And we kind of came to this question of who should the hobby target as far as potential collectors, potential customers. And so much time and talk and print is dedicated to, young numismatists and getting the, quote, youth involved, which is important and worthy. But we kind of came to the conclusion that really the target audience for the coin hobby, the rare coin market, should be those, between the ages of 45, let's say, and 60. Because those are the people who are transitioning.
And older, really.
And older,
for sure.
Yeah. There's no cap on that, of course, yeah. But they're, that age, you're transitioning from, family life, or, very busy family life to maybe a little bit quieter family life. You're maybe winding down your career and hopefully have more disposable income.
Right.
John, you kind of had your own story of that right now.
Yeah, I mean, I maintain that when I hear people talk about the demise of certain hobbies or the decline because we're not getting enough young people in the coin hobby, or I hear that in the stamp, industry as well, people are very concerned about getting more young people and offering YN scholarships or things like that. And I say, okay, that's all well and good, but we plant the seeds at these younger ages. But you're not going to build coin collectors at the age of 30 to 40 years old. I mean, these are the formative years for people who are building families. Of course, there's always outliers to these rules, but generally speaking, I think as a demographic, 25 to 40-year-olds do not have the time to collect, do not have enough spare time to really sit and reflect about enjoying collecting and reading these, massive volumes that you really do need to touch on, and that time is what enables the hobby. And I find as I get older that I have that kind of time. I have kids graduating high school now and in college, and all of a sudden I have some spare time and I have some spare income. So the combination of those two is what enables the hobby. Of course, if I didn't have the seed of desire to begin with to collect, I wouldn't be there. So it's critical that we plant these seeds, whether the seed, we talked a lot about a lot of seeds being planted with the statehood quarter program. And we think, another 15 or 20 years, you might see a resurgence of collectors in a certain age group whose father
who started with that.
Mother did projects with the Boy Scouts or whatever. So anything like that is a seed, but don't expect a 25-year-old kid who put together statehood quarter boards to be a major coin collector today. I just don't think that's realistic.
I don't know. I would say I'm in my mid-30s right now, and I feel that there are people in my demographic, and I know there are a few of us here who can relate to this a little bit, who either have not gotten yet to family life or have so much time to spare that they have time for hobbies. And this is why I wonder if we should worry less about the age demographic and more about just those people who have the resources, time, and money for the hobby. I mean, here we are, National Coin Week right now, and this is a great chance for us to talk about the future of our hobby. And I wonder, yes, of course, the YNs are fantastic. The older people, everybody needs to be addressed, though, because at the end of the day, the way to grow this hobby is by looking at people who have the time, have the money, have the interest. Be they 30 years old, 50 years old, 10 years old, whatever they are, there's so much potential out there for a hobby to grow. And this would help dealers out, it would help, of course, the collecting base out, and help our whole industry to reach out further across all demographics, rich or poor, whatever they are. If you have time and you've got change in your pocket, you can be a collector. And that's where I think the future is reaching out to all avenues and saying, hey, look, this is a great hobby, we're good people, let's have fun together.
Right. Yeah, and like as John said, with the with quote young people or youth, I think it's a lot better to take the educational approach as opposed to the you should collect approach.
Correct.
Because the whole thing about planting the seed, I think, is very poignant. It's you show them how it relates to history. Hopefully, whether it's through their school itself or after school club or Boy Scout, something like that, and then in their later years, something sparks. Oh wow! I remember in 5th grade, I saw these coins, and now I want to collect.
And that's a good point, Patrick, because if we make the hobby fun by showing them the history of the art, coins are art in our hands, they're history in our hands. If we don't it's important to talk about the hobby, but if we over preach, that might turn people away. But if we show them why it's fun to collect coins, because you can study the art, the history, the designers, that gives them a natural, organic entryway into the hobby, and that's how you plant those seeds to grow into beautiful trees.
Right.
Yeah.
Is anyone else here upset about Kareem Abdul-Jabbar resigning from the Citizens Advisory Committee at the U.S. Mint, or is it just me?
I personally am. I mean, I think we all grew up with the name. I think to have him leaving is kind of a sad thing, but it's for him to know why he left. But I don't know. I thought he was good, at least a public figure to have on there, a CCAC anyway.
True. I mean, we joked around about that, and also maybe having more celebrities involved. And we know Jack Black has done a great clip that's available on YouTube on what show?
Type in Jack Black, Conan O'Brien. He did a December interview on his show, this cable show. And he went on there. Well, he talked about you have to watch it. I don't want to ruin it for you, but it's worth the 3 or 4 minutes to watch him. He talks about coins. And he puts a comedic spin in it that I know I couldn't do. That's for sure.
Right.
But, comedy gold all the way.
I thought it was fantastic. And it would be nice to get some celebrity buzz behind coins a little bit. That could only help.
Make it popular. Make it cool.
If Kanye was involved in coins, it could be great for us.